Ladies and gentlemen, PC and console captains alike, welcome to the channel. My name is Phoenix, and we have some more Star Trek Online news. So, we got quite a bit actually today. We got about 4 small ones and then 1 large one. So, let's get into it with the Mirror of Discovery, which launches January 23rd. So what it says is there's another universe out there, one that is dark and twisted like a cracked reflection of an ancient mirror. There, the brutal Terran Empire reigns supreme and all life must either submit or rebel. There have been incursions into our universe from the Terran Empire before, but most notable in the behest of the insane Admiral Leda. But nothing like this. On January 23rd, the infamous Captain Killy finally makes her first appearance anywhere in Star Trek media. As Mary Wiseman returns to Star Trek Online, you'll face off against the twisted version of Tilly and much more as part of our 9th anniversary update, Mirror of Discovery. Captains on PC and soon on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will travel to the forest of Pavo to investigate strange readings from an ion storm. From there, 2-episode arc will place you in deadly race against time and to determine whether this ruthless captain will be an ally or an enemy. Mirror of Discovery also brings back the Omega Molecule Stabilization event in celebration of Star Trek Online's 9th anniversary. Players can collect Omega particles scattered across the galaxy to earn a new T6 Vulcan Scout ship, which was featured in Star Trek Discovery. The update also introduces the new Personal Endeavor system, which we talked about yesterday, which offers players daily challenges and complete for account-wide performance boost. A full list of features will be provided when Mirror Discovery launches on PC January 23rd. So that's the first bit. So with the 9th anniversary, we're getting, I guess, sort of a new, I don't want to say expansion, because Age of Discovery really wasn't an expansion, but more content, obviously. So, and then we have Mary Wiseman, who reprising her role as Captain Killy. Next, we have a little bit more of Mirror of Discovery. This is Parapakam. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know for sure. Anyways, not gonna go really too much into this, but it's gonna be. This is going to be one of the first new episodes for Mirror of Discovery on the 9th anniversary update. The mission will be available to 2410 Federation, Original Series Federation, Klingon, Jem'Hadar, and Romulan captains after the Gamma Quadrant missions, and to Discovery Federation characters after the mission Downfall. So that you have that. If you really want to read anything that I'm kind of skipping over, you're more than welcome to look at the article. I will have it posted in the section below, so be sure to check that out. And next we have a new Red Alert event. We have the new cool Raid the Galaxy. I'm not going to go over this Captain's Log supplemental thing. I am not doing that. But anyways, what it says is join in as part of a strike force against the Nukul Raiders from the future and help unravel the mystery of why the time-traveling ships are focusing attacks on our transport convoys. It will be available from January 10th to January 14th to all players level 50 and up. Romulan players must have a selected a faction. I'm not sure why they singled out Romulans, because Jem'Hadar also need to pick a faction. But you can find it in the Task Force Operations window. Alright, so we have one more small story, and then we're on to the big one. Next up, we have upgrade weekends. So if you're looking to upgrade your stuff, you can do it during January 10th to the 14th. Every top tech upgrade users will apply twice as many technology points towards the next upgrade. This in turn reduces the amount of dilithium that must be spent to each upgrade threshold, allowing captains additional chances to obtain both mark and rarity increases on their favorite loadouts. So if you're needing to upgrade some weapons, then here's your chance. So finally, let's move on to the big portion of this video. So the big news is the PC patch notes for tomorrow, which is, or probably today when this video is going to be going up. So I'm going to try and quickly go over the Cole's Note version of everything. I'm not going to read everything. But the first part is the general. So they resolved issues that were causing Discovery Klingons not to use modern torpedoes. Type 7 shuttles not appearing in the Reclaim store. Borg engine attachment is now properly seated on the cell of the Dane's Warbird destroyer. Probably said that wrong, but that's okay. There was an issue causing a male Cation ears to clip through the Vedic hood. There was an issue causing the duty officer weekend to display on the calendar, which I did notice. The calendar was a little wrong on some things, but anyways, for content, they can access and begin playing the first episode in any story arc. The Crystalline Entity TFO has been updated with the changes, which I'm not going to go over, but they're there. Resolved an issue that was causing enemies in the TFO Tenzeki front not appearing with a bomb needed to complete the mission objective. Tenzeki Battle Zone have received several updates, increased timer of the area reset from 10 minutes to 15, adjusted waypoints for blockade arrays so that they match the centers of the array area as closely as possible. Resolved an issue that could cause problems in the display of various area control UI in the overhead map. I believe STO Morishita was complaining about that. I don't know if that's the same thing. Resolved an issue that caused the Asteroid Towing Game UI to show a score from 0 to 10 instead of 0 to 3. Resolved an issue that prevented minimum height characters from being able to scan Continuum and activate Transporter Console on the mission Stormbound because they were too small. Resolved an issue during the Discovery Era tutorial that could sometimes block progression when breaching the engine room. Resolved an issue that prevented mission replay from working with Wasteland Story Arc Numerous 3 missions. Tesseract Communication Receiver Delta Recruit now no longer requires completion of removed Klingon missions for credit on its Collect All Tech and Collect All Info sections. Resolved an issue preventing the yesterday's war accolade from completing. Resolved an issue preventing KDF captains from accessing Spectres and Lost Dominion missions. Fixed an issue that caused temporal agents not to get automatic completion credit for the Kuvama. Resolved an issue that could sometimes prevent the Grand Acquisitioner accolade from completing. Resolved an issue to prevent Fed-aligned Dominion captains from accessing the mission beyond the Nexus. Resolved an issue in Romulan tutorial missions that could sometimes block mission progression. Resolved an issue with console in the mission Tangled Web, which could cause the player to be stuck. The Doomsday device has received brand new cutscenes and animations. Resolved an issue to prevent Fed-aligned Romulans from taking a shuttle to Starfleet Academy on ESD. And resolved an issue where certain NPCs would use Discovery Era phaser rifles. There was no limit on the number of flashlights you could own, but you could only have one equipped at a time during Starbase Incursion TFO. Resolved an issue that allowed the temporal portal to be knocked back in the mission. Everything is old is new. UI reputation donation UI has been updated to provide a cleaner, more efficient user experience. Streamline UI for quicker access to reputation projects. Fill all button added to fill or allow quicker contributions. Resolved an issue with the Admiralty roster sorting wasn't working as intended. An issue that caused some information about rewards to be missing on the reputation UI. Increase the width of number entity fields in the exchange so number greater than 1 digit are visible. Added count of items to items in the store buyback. Resolved a typo in description in the ship Taylor when modifying 31st century agents of yesterday mega bundle ship. And finally, with systems, resolved an issue that caused some heavy crescent wave cannons to be missing modifier. This fixes existing items. Resolved an issue that caused max armament synergy to share a cooldown with boarding party. Brace for impact will now provide resistance, kinetic damage, and torpedo damage. With this change, energy torpedoes will now be affected by brace for impact. Updated ground weapons in a less knockback distance in meters instead of feet. Resolved an issue that caused the reputation discount to fail to apply to the anti-proton compression rifle. Resolved an issue where some personal mobility shields had shield modifiers instead of weapon modifiers instead of shield modifier. This fixes existing items. Resolved an issue that caused the Universal Endeavor participate in PvP match not to respect losing in addition to a victory. Resolved an issue with a supercharged SIF conduit console that could allow stack of the buff to persist more than 5 seconds in some cases. Resolved an issue that would cause the Alachi torpedo to fail to detonate under high yield. Resolved an issue that caused Omega Graviton Pulse Module 2 to not slow the rate of Borg adaptation correctly. Resolved an issue that prevented the Jem'Hadar Vanguard species traits from applying. That's good to know. The physical and kinetic debuffs applied by resonating payload modifications now both last the same duration. No longer applies by pets, just your weapons. Respects the 5 max stack limit reflected in the tooltip. Duration of the debuff has been increased to 20 seconds and may now apply with torpedo spread. Cover shields now only have 60-second duration. Cooldown remains unchanged. Resolved an issue that could cause maneuvering thrusters to flicker on and off sometimes. Resolved an issue with NPC version of isometric charge, which caused it to be improper source to calculate damage in most scenarios. It will now always use the ability's original source to calculate damage. And finally, resolved an issue to display the name of MEMPA sector transwarp, so it shows the correct destination instead of just reading transwarp. And just so that you are aware, because these are patch notes, it means that the servers will be down for a number of hours. In this case, it's going to be down for 5 hours, and it starts at 6 a.m., which will probably go to about 11 a.m. I think it's Pacific Standard Time that they are on. So maybe, and just so you are aware, it could be longer depending on what happens during the update and whatnot. But the expected time is 5 hours. So just be aware of that. And so this concludes today's video. And as always, I would love to hear from you. Are you excited about the new Mirror of Discovery missions coming to Star Trek Online? Are you looking forward to the 9th anniversary potential Vulcan ship coming? Let me know your answers and any questions you have down in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Live long and prosper, and as always, I will see you out there.